Hello, second grade friends. Winston and I are here to read you a story this evening, and we are super excited to see you all tomorrow for our first official day of second grade. Fowler also wants to wish you a great first day of second grade tomorrow. Before we meet tomorrow, I wanted to ask anyone if you had jitters. What do you think the word jitters means? We are going to listen and read and observe a story called First Day Jitters. And in this book, I want us to think about what is the definition of jitters? What could another word for jitters be? So, everyone make sure that you are relaxed and ready to turn on those listening ears, and we're going to explore this book together. First Day Jitters. "Sarah, dear, time to get out of bed," Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. "You don't want to miss the first day at your new school, do you?" Looks like the dog's trying to get her out of bed as well. Check out the cat. "I'm not going," said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. "Of course you're going, honey," said Mr. Hartwell as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. "No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school," Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed. Do you think you might have a hard time getting up tomorrow morning? It's going to be a little earlier than normal, maybe for some of you. "How can you hate your new school, sweetheart?" Mr. Hartwell chuckled. "You've never been there before. Don't worry, you liked your other school. You'll like this one. Besides, just think of all the new friends you'll meet. Speaking of, think of all the new friends we're going to meet tomorrow." "That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it will be hard, and I just hate it, that's all." Oh. "What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming." "They will think that I am lucky, and they will wish that they were at home in bed like me." Mr. Hartwell sighed. "Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes. And he's looking at his clock to make sure. Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled into the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. Did she make it downstairs? "My head hurts," she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. Why do you think these things are happening? Her hands are cold and clammy. She felt like she couldn't breathe going down the street. What is happening? What is she feeling right now? And then they were there. I feel sick, said Sarah weakly. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down in her seat. Oh, Sarah! Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go. There's Miss Burton. She's talking to Sarah through the car. And down the hallway they go. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day, she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. See, they're all in their seats, waiting patiently. The class looked up as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. Class, attention please, said Miss Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, Class, I would like you to meet your new teacher, Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell. So all along, who was Miss Sarah? Sarah was the teacher. And so this describes also, boys and girls, that sometimes teachers have jitters too. We are just as nervous about starting the first day. And let's go back to that word, jitters. Another word for jitters could be nervous. Maybe you're uncertain. Maybe that you aren't quite sure. So if you're jittery, you're feeling nervous. You're feeling uncertain about something. However, just like Sarah, tomorrow we are going to have a super fantastic day. Hope you all get plenty of rest tonight, and I'll see you in the morning.